No Ed, and it's going away instantly. I have read very little of the Bible, if I'm honest. Boop, boop, boop. All right, onward and upward. Hopefully the trial's not too long. Let's try it. October 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Ms. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present at the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state a name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were there in the trailer Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Phoenix. Clean it up, Phoenix. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at noon sharp, but ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Manila used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Very well. Mrs. Wright, your cross-examination? This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Press on everything. By yourself? Yes.
Welcome.
Fanta! Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Fanta. 47958 on the road to 2 million. Welcome to the Flood Zone. Thank you for the follow. It's not a cult.
Flood Zone! It's not a cult.
Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employees area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. 12 sharp ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Well then, Fanta, you might be 7959, you know what I'm saying? As it turns out. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. That's right, Desmond. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5? I would think it was between those times. You would think. Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the studio too then. Oh, right. At 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. I'm pressing on everything. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks at the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat the steak. Oh god, this is gonna be rough. What do I have for evidence? How can I prove that she didn't eat the steak? I don't think I can prove that. $2.15 and 4, is that? That doesn't help me. I'm stumped. Wait, okay, hang on, actually. Can I go back? Let me press back on that one. Trailer a little before noon. I don't think I have evidence of it, but I think the security lady... I don't think anyone could have entered before noon, right? Is that a thing? The meeting began at noon, 12 sharp. It ended at 4. Everyone had steak, but like... I don't know how to prove that she didn't eat it. Does presenting this steak plate do anything? How does that affect anything? This is a different steak plate, so I don't think it should matter. This is the one that was in the employee lounge. Let's present and see what happens. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. Well, what's this now, Mr. Wright? Because the sleeping pills were on the employee stake. Like that, this stake shouldn't correlate to that stake, in theory. In my head, anyway. It's a plate. This plate was on the table at the employee area. Oh, because the other ones didn't have bones. They didn't eat steaks. Maybe that's what it is. Yep. Nailed it. Okay, cool. Cool. So that's why. Okay, got it. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Oh, she didn't like that. Ms. Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat the steak. Oh, I kind of wanted to go with you ate the bone, too. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Wah, wah, wah. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright. Isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use the heavy spear as a weapon? Is it possible that she didn't use the spear as the weapon? I'm gonna go with you couldn't, could you? Maybe she killed him... maybe she killed him the same way the first one died, on that fence post thing. I think you would have had a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Whoop-a-pow! Pa-pow! What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I have can prove that samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. Wrong, Mr. Wright, but I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough to know by now when you're going up to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too with my fey blood. Pick the wrong evidence, enough with the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Oh, because it was broken. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order! Mr. Wright, what are you diving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Yup. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Boom. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? But what? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside of the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence, just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Oh, she's sweating. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died in the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting of the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. He was put in the van. Well, Mr. Wright, could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. Exactly. After the meeting, she took him in the van. Boom, boom, boom. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Get wrecked. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Ba-dum-bum. Pow. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony? There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manila that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manila has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez had done it alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. So what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What?
I mean, she's not wrong. Not that decisive proof has ever been a problem with this court, apparently. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers, a waste of time. I need something. Come on. Oh, Edgeworth! Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Yes, Indeed, verily, I say, ergo... I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? I was with Sal and Old Bag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. Oh boy. What can we find in that? Good lord. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manel arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. I don't think that one's worth pressing harder on. I bet it'll be this one be. I'm sure she'll see the ring I had to throw at her anyway. Remember? What? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Quite agitated playing Powers. He did it. I think it is actually the first one that I'm supposed to press on. Old Bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Alright, the Steel Samurai. Back off. You asked to be left out? Yes, it seemed that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Script in your direction notes. They're quite valuable. It wouldn't have due to have them stolen. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Yeah, but you didn't know that until you got there. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Let's go, Edge. He's on my team. Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Boom, boom! Exactly. Idiot Vasquez. Get ragged. Ooh, it's a battle of wits. Ooh, you're so witty. Dumb Vasquez.
Order, Mr. Edgeworth. What you've just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez,
Do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reasoning.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. We have to find something to peg this on. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I was with Sal and Oldbag at security when we found the body. What time was that? We meet at 5, so it was around then. When exactly about 10 minutes before. Press harder. They weren't there yet. Then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy?
The witness will continue her testimony.
The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. How do I show evidence that... Photo of the guy limping, that'll work? Yeah. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? What's up, D-Man? How you doing, dude?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. But pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. But that's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. You didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah, and when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who'd been injured that morning.
Order, order. I will have order.
Witness. Can you refuse this claim? Very well. I have a question for you. Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim?
Is there a reason? It's unclear to this court.
Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Can I prove a motive? I don't feel like I can. I'm torn. I could try to prove it and say... God, I don't know. What would her motive be?
I bluff.
I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present the court as evidence to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Ms. Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer, at the height of his fame, with D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer.
It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around.
What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
I don't know. We gave the accident up. Didn't get us anywhere. What do I have? She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. Nailed it. All Ms. Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Ms. Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, she snapped her pipe. Also, we're just letting her smoke in courtrooms now? Come on. So you did it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him. Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please! Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Wow. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. What? No, that was a miracle. Get out of here with that. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Pow-pow. Okay. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 20th, 112, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. I want confetti more often in my life, I think. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright? Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? This is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because the Steel Samurai always won, and he was like the hero, and he wanted to be the hero. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Oh, Edgy's mad. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Ah, Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Right. I must say I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals. Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? They're lovers. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. Wait, WP is the pink princess? I love it. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. The end. Oh, dude, that is... We did another episode. A brand new episode has been added. Saving. Aggressive save strategies. Episode 3. Episode 3 took us like 5-6 hours. That's crazy. Next is Turnabout Goodbyes. Don't you start something. Game, don't you start something. It's been what? 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. Pow! What are they doing out on a boat wearing cloaked hoods and like getting surprised by it again? Oh, Edgeworth. I'm so mad that I even saw the beginning of this. I don't want to see that. Oh, I can't wait for next week. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. No. Dude, I can't wait for next week. I'm excited. That was awesome. Thank you all so much for kicking it with me for Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. That's a great cliffhanger. Wow. Same bad time, same bad channel. No, wait. Flood, probably different flood time, same flood channel. That was great, dude. What a fun... Dude, I really enjoy this stupid game. I don't know why I'm enjoying it so much, but it's bringing me some level of sweet, sweet joy. Well, let's Let's kick it back, boys and girls, but I am going to get the hell out of here. Thank you all for joining me for Phoenix Wright Wednesdays. I know today was a day stream, which throws everyone off kilter. I'll be back tomorrow evening with some games. Friday night, we're back to Visage. Saturday, more games. Sunday, Sekiro. And you guys are all beautiful. Thank you so much. Leaving us without a victory song. Ooh. Oh, we should have done a victory song on the trial, I guess. I don't know how to do that. I didn't know how to fit that in. Sorry, boys and girls. I failed you. I failed you. I'm going to go send you to someone doing something that I have been bugged to do and have never done. I used to blame the computer, but now I just blame my own desire not to embarrass myself. He's a beautiful human being. I love him to death. And he's doing some art streaming, which is something that I've... Unruly Angel used to bug me about a lot, but I've never done it. Maybe someday. We'll see. Y'all have a great goddamn day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making your home on Twitch, The Flood Zone, today. All the new follows, all the new love, all the sub-love support, the biddies, all the things you guys did. Thank you so much. Be sure to hit me up on socials, The Flood TV, Twitter, The Flood TV, TikTok, YouTube.com/TheFlood. I will put up this Ace Adventure as well. Ace Attorney, we have last week. We'll have this week up there as well. I'll do the same thing with no intros, no outros. Just highlight 3 big chunks and put them up there. Maybe more, because this is 6 hours. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, maybe 3 chunks. I don't know. We'll see. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making your home on Twitch, The Flood Zone. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And stay safe. Oh, wait. Hang on. First, raid message. Here's our raid message. If you don't have the emotes, just write Flood Love. All caps. One time. If everyone just copies and pastes that one time, it's tight as hell, baby. It's tight as hell. Caught the end? Yeah. We're out of here, Nomadic Fox. It was a good day. It was a good day. It was a lovely day. It was a very chill vibe. I've been a very sleepy boy all day. But let's go say hello to this cat. Bring that flood energy, all that good flood love. And you guys have a great night, all right? Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Stay safe, stay kind, stay beautiful, stay moist. Stay Flood Zone, my friends.